Okay, so find a nice seat. And I just wanted to start with, I know I've been struggling with all of the um, political things going on lately. Yeah, I can't stick my head in the sand anymore, but it's always good for me to find things that help me. So from Marianne Williamson, Ozzy, no. Today, I will speak from my heart. So when I speak from my mind, others hear me with their minds. When I speak from my heart, others hear me with their hearts. Today, I will speak from my heart. There are no limits to the blessings I receive when I speak with love and gentleness. May I not be tempted today to choose fear or anger as the mode through which I express myself. Rather, may I remember that to do so is to sabotage my good. Just oh, taking those words in. Please close your eyes and just turn inward. Be with your breath. Be with your heart. And please bring hands to heart center. May we always remember that love and not hate is what brings us together. And if we're able to think with our hearts, we're much more likely to notice that there is so much beauty in each other, in the world, and in ourselves. And please lower your hands, open your eyes. And we're just going to start right where you're at. Just twist to your right. Kind of feel your sits bones grounded. Keep a nice long spine. Just check in with your hips, your knees, your core. And then switch sides. Think long spine. All we need. And then come back to center and stretch your legs out long. If you need to, draw them into the socket, inner spiral, so your kneecaps and toes point up. Stretch your arms up, feel super tall in your spine, and twist again to your right. Then stretch the arms up and twist again to your left. We're just going to go easy because I know a lot of you, including myself, have been traveling. And then come back to center. Notice if you're still nice and tall, and maybe you can bend right at your hip creases and fold forward. Just press your heels down. Feel a little stretch in your hamstrings, maybe your back. Yeah. and come on up. Ozzy's making sure we know he's there. And come on up to standing. And just stand in Tadasana and stretch your right arm out in front and just follow it with your gaze as you sweep it up and around to the back and then back down. And do that with the left hand. Sweep it up, follow it with your gaze and around and back down. And let's do that again. Right arm and left arm. Good, and then interlace your hands in front of you. Press the palms forward, just get a little stretch in your wrists first. And then keeping your lower ribs, drawing back, stretch up. See how that feels, and then arc to your right. Maybe even let your hips sway to the left a little bit. Just feel a nice stretch there. And come on up and sway to the left. And come on up. Stretch your hands out, bring hands to heart center. And as you do, sit to a chair pose. And then just slide your hands to your upper thighs. Press down a little bit and move into a cow configuration. So nice long spine, cow. And then slide your hands to your knees and round to cat. And just do that again. So cow. Getting a little workout in your legs too as you do this. Cat and cow standing. And then just when you're in cat, just slide your hands down your shins and come to a forward fold. And if you want to use blocks here, please do. Just check in with we're gonna particularly work today on feeling your strong legs. So feel like you're really using all parts of your feet, really strong through the legs. You can bend the knees to start and then just see about with that muscle energy, straightening the legs. And maybe just sway side to side a little bit. And then roll slowly up to standing. And if you'd like, grab blocks and walk up to the front of your mat with your blocks on either side of your feet. And just again, stretch your arms up slowly. Actually bring them to T. And then turn the palms up. Draw the low ribs together, but open the shoulders and stretch the arms up. And then hands to heart center as you sit to chair. And touch the blocks, straighten the legs. And step your left foot back to a deep lunge. And then just kind of check in with your feet, lift and lower the heel a few times, keeping the right hip crease back. Remembering to keep that back leg super strong. So feel that now. Lift the heel high, super strong leg, and then almost lower the back knee. And then stretch it up. Feel those strong muscles. And do that again. Almost lower the knee and stretch it back straight. Really strong leg. One more time. Good. Now keep strong legs. Keep your left hand on the block. Sweep the right arm up and open up to a twist. If you want to, you can follow your hand back. And then touch it down. Good. Big step forward. Forward fold. Take a breath there. And step your right foot back. Deep lunge. And just check in there. Left hip crease stays back. Maybe lift and lower the heel. Warm up the half Achilles. And then really strong leg. Almost lower the back knee. And as you re-straighten, just feel the strength in that leg. Do that 2 more times. One more time. And feeling the strength in your legs. Sweep the left arm up and open up. You can follow it if you'd like. Your gaze if that works for you. Good. And stretch down. And now this time, just step back to a downward facing dog with those blocks. And walk out your dog. Feel the strength in your legs in your downward facing dog. I always have to bend my knees and think, okay, add that muscle energy, re-straighten the legs, and it feels totally different. Good. And then go ahead and lower your knees to the mat and just move your blocks out of the way for a moment. Come to all fours. And then just kind of move in a big figure 8. Kind of warming up all the joints. And switch directions. Speaking from your heart starts with loving your body, being kind to your body, loving your soul, being feeding your soul, if you will, pause in a flat back. And then, of course, appreciating your mind. So feel connected in the core, rib cage back, head in line with your spine. So it feels like a nice long neck all the way through the top of your head. And then add the right leg. So extend the right leg and the left arm. They really engaged through the core. Maybe feel the right glute. You can point and flex the foot a few times if you'd like. Keep breathing. And then lower the hand and the knee. And switch left arm or left leg, right arm. Rib cage back, hollow armpits. Stretch along through the spine. Always, you notice your strong legs, The core kind of follows suit there. Good. Lower the hand and the knee and take a child's pose. Let everything relax. Come on up to all fours. This time, just bring the hands slightly in front of the shoulders and just thread your right arm underneath your left palm facing up down to thread the needle. That feels good. You want to open up a little bit more. Keep thinking rib cage back. Maybe bring the left hand to your hip or even behind you. If you're down on your shoulder and it feels like you want to. And then unwind. And we'll do the other side. So left arm threads under right. Maybe right hand to the hip, maybe right arm around. Getting a little shoulder stretch in. That right shoulder as well. It's not necessary. One more breath. And unwind. Bring your hands again forward of the shoulders, curl the toes, and lift to downward facing dog. Remembering strong legs, you can bend the knees, get the sits bones backing up, re-straighten the legs with all that strength. Good job. And then lower to your knees again. Now bring the hands right underneath the shoulders. I'm just gonna do a little core work. Curl your toes under. Think really strong core, really strong legs, and lift the knees about an inch or two off the mat. And breathe. Strong legs, strong glutes, strong core. Just feel it. And then lower the knees. You can widen them if you need to. Big toes stretch long. Child's pose. Check in with your breath. Check in with your heart. And then please set up again for that same thing. So your knees and your feet are hip distance. Hands right underneath shoulders. Spread the weight on your hands. Lift the knees an inch or two. Really strong core. Now check, see if you can do this. Just extend the right leg straight back like you were in bird dog, and then bring it in. Hover the knee, and do that with the left. Extend the left leg. Bird dog without the arm, and then bring it back in and lower the knees. Move through cat and cow a few times. That core all warmed up. Move with your breath if you can. And then prepare one more time for that strong core exercise. Lift the knees an inch or two. This time, extend the right leg. Bring the ball of the foot down. Extend the left leg. Bring the ball of that foot down. Voila, you're in plank pose. Keep breathing. And then lower to the mat. Oh, good. Now bring your fingers forward and wide. Hop on fingertips. Stretch your feet long. And lift to a little funky cobra, thinking shoulder blades. You're just kind of playing on the back, loosening up. Funky cobra action. And then lower down. Stretch your arms by your hips. I like to start with my forehead down because then I think long back of neck. I lift my heavy head. I lift my shoulders. I lift my arms. And then just bring your arms like you're swimming around up to cactus and down by your chest and lift to regular cobra. One more breath. And lower back down. Good. Curl your toes. Push up and back. Downward facing doggy. Strong legs up. Downward dog. Yeah. And then walk your feet to the middle of the mat. Walk your hands. If you have blocks, your blocks back to the middle of the mat. And slowly roll up to standing. Well done. Now stretch your arms up and bring hands to heart center. And then shift your weight to your right foot. Lift your left heel and then your left knee. See where your balance is at today. And maybe hands underneath the thigh. And then remembering that strong leg thing. If you're feeling it, you can straighten the leg and feel the muscle energy in that extended leg. And release. Good job. You can also do this by a wall. It helps. Some days are like that. Switch sides. If you start with hands to heart center, I think you remember to keep that long spine as you lift. And then maybe bring the hands underneath. When I do this, I think I pull the leg into the socket and press down a little bit, and then maybe straighten that strong leg. Oops. I looked up. And release. Woohoo! Good job. Come on up to the front of your mats. And if you're using blocks, grab the blocks. We're just gonna do a few sun salutes. So inhale, stretch the arms up. I want you to go slow. Exhale, fold forward. Pranam and fold. Step your right foot back to deep lunge. Just really sit up there and then lower the back knee. So think strong leg as you lower the back knee, hug to the midline. Bring your hands to your front knee. Okay, now we're going to do the opposite of what we did before. You're just going to lift the legs, see if you can stay strong. If you need the blocks, that's fine. Lift legs, strong leg, slowly, almost touch. Lift, almost touch. Strong leg, lift. And then this time, just touch the knee down. Sweep your arms up, Anjane Asana. Notice that strong leg feeling in that back leg. And please touch down. Good. Lift the back knee, step back, downward facing dog. And just feeling both legs super strong. I always like to start with a little bit of a bent knee. Extend the right leg straight back. The hip stays square. Just reaching up that foot. And then step it through the deep lunge. Feel the deep lunge. Right hip crease back. Everything's aligned. And then strong leg, lower the back knee. Bring the hands to the front thigh. And just think really strong leg as you lift the back knee, straighten that leg out, and almost lower it. 2 more times. And if it's enough just to be in Anjane position, that's totally fine. 1 more time, straighten. Feel the strong leg and then lower the knee. Sweep your arms up, Anjane Asana. Strong in the core. 1 more breath. And on the exhale, touch the blocks, lift the back knee, step back, down dog. Put a little bend in your knees. Extend the left leg. You can re-straighten, feeling the strong legs, both of them. Glutes super strong. Step it through, deep lunge. And please step forward, forward fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. And as you do, close your eyes. Check in with your breath. Check in with your heart. Check in with your body. Do you feel balanced? Good. Inhale, open your eyes, stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Pranam with your breath. And step your right foot back to deep lunge. This time, come all the way up to crescent warrior. Feeling super strong with those legs. Remember what you did last time to feel so strong. Feel that front leg engage, the back leg engage. Good. And please touch down. Nice. Step back, down dog. I want you to keep your shoulders the same. We're going to extend the right leg again. Bend the knee. Think strong legs, strong shoulders. They don't change. You're just going to stack your right knee or hip on top of your left hip for a wild dog. Open up, reach. Good, you guys. Awesome. Square up the hips. Step that foot through, deep lunge. Make your way, crescent warrior. Take your time. You can bring hands to thigh. Just think right hip crease stays back, really strong core. Extend the arms. Thinking strong legs is where it's at. Remember that back leg, how strong it felt when you were lowering and lifting the knee. I want you to get that feeling. Wow, I could stay here forever when I have those strong legs. One more breath. And on an exhale, touch down. Good. Step back, downward facing dog. We'll do wild dog on the other side. So remember, shoulders stay square. You don't let the right armpit drop. Extend the left leg. Strong legs. Bend the knee. Stack left hip on top of right. Wild dog. Square the hips. Step it through, deep lunge. Good, and then this time step forward, forward fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. One more breath. On your inhale, open your eyes, stretch up. Time. Exhale, bend to Utkatasana. Keep your core strong. Bring your hands, slide them down to the blocks. And bring your blocks forward about 12 to 18 inches and maybe a little bit wider than the outside of your feet. And then step your left foot back a little bit so you can just be on your toes. And your right knee's bent. You want to keep the weight right in the middle of that right foot. You're going to bring your left hand to your hip and then lift the left leg up and try and open the left hip to stack on the right. As you keep both legs super strong, maybe the right leg straightens, maybe not. Try not to put weight in your hand as much as you have balance in the foot. Maybe extend the arm. Ardha Chandrasana. Good. Square up the hips, touch the hand down, and touch the foot down. Notice how I had my back to you to start that one. So I don't know what happened, but it was all good, I'm sure. Step the right toes back. Keep the left leg bent as you bring the right hand to the hip. And then just think, I want weight in all parts of that left foot as I lift the right leg, open the hip, maybe extend the arm. Strong legs, that's what you're after. And notice how your core follows suit when you have those strong legs. Really nice, you guys. Touch down, square the hips, and come to a forward fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. That was beautiful. Notice your heart rate. Notice your breath rate. I have one more thing I want to do with your blocks there. And perhaps you might want to put them on the higher height for this one, just in case you need them. You may not need them. Hopefully you won't. I don't know. Bring hands to heart center. Step your left toes back a little bit and just think strong legs. You're just shifting forward with that right strong leg and then maybe lifting the left leg and possibly straightening the right leg. For warrior three, your hips stay square here. Your blocks are there if you need them. If you're really feeling it, maybe you extend your arms. And then come on down, touch the toes down and step forward. Whew. Feel that everywhere, but really, if you start with strong legs, then the rest follows suit and it works really well. Let's try the other side. Hands to heart center. Right toes step back. Step them back far enough you can get a good bend in that left knee. And then think really strong legs, both of them, as you slowly lean forward. Add the leg. Strong left leg straightens. Possibly extend the arms by your ears. Possibly. Mine are going down. There we go. And then touch the toes down and come on in. Why is it one side's always better? Okay, slide your blocks back by your feet. I just love using arm extenders anymore. And inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And fold. Step your right foot back to deep lunge, but ground that back foot down. And then remembering strong legs, make your way up to warrior two position. You can add the arms when you feel those strong legs, especially that back leg. We need it to feel just as strong as the front leg. Make sure the knee tracks straight. Really good, you guys. Like you haven't been gone at all. Right arm down, left arm up for a little reverse. And back to warrior two. And windmill down. Turn the back heel up. Step back. Downward facing dog. Walk out your doggy for a moment. And extend the right leg. Step it through. Help it through, whatever it takes. Ground the back foot down. With a strong leg position, make your way up warrior two. Really feel that back foot super strong. Back leg, glutes, everything super strong in the legs. Feels so much more stable in your core. Reverse it. Left arm down, right arm up. Back to warrior two. And windmill down. Good. Turn the back heel up, step back, downward facing dog. Strong leg, extend the left leg, step it through, deep lunge. Ground the back foot down again. Bring the right hand to your hip. And think super strong legs as you might have to put this up higher or even bring your hand higher. You're going to straighten the front leg and open your chest and heart to the front as you Come to triangle pose. Strong legs, strong legs. Maybe even feel them like isometrically hugging towards each other. You feel that? Your core just wants to follow. One more breath. And on the exhale, bend the front knee, touch the right hand down, turn the back heel up. Step back, down dog. Strong legs, extend the right leg, step it through, deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. Hand can stay on the block in some configuration as you bring your left hand to your hip, and then work on strong leg feeling as you straighten the right leg and open up Trikonasana. Triangle. Feel those really super strong legs. How it makes the pose feel so much safer. One more breath. And touch down. Turn the back heel up. This time step forward, big step forward. Move your blocks out of the way. Turn your toes out a little bit. Come down to a deep squat. Or whatever variation of that works best. Give yourself a little stretch. I like to bring my arms in between my knees and then squeeze with my knees. It just feels super good. And then very slowly and gracefully lower to your bum. And slide back a little bit on your mat. Grab behind your knees and keep a nice long spine as you extend out to boat pose. You can keep the knees bent. You can let go. You can extend, whatever works. But in this position, I want you to feel those strong legs. Think, squeeze the muscles on your legs, squeeze the bones. And then come on down. Feels different, doesn't it? Now just stretch your legs out long and inner spiral the legs, seated. You doing okay? You're doing great though. You've done a lot. Okay, bend your right knee. Keep the heel in line with your sits bone if you want, or you can bring it across if that feels okay for your hip and you still feel grounded through this foot. And then interlace in front of the shin, pull back and up to lengthen. Oh, and then possibly grab your knee with your left elbow, bring your right hand behind you and twist to your right. And just breathe. Good. And then come back to center. Just bring the ankle across to your thigh, the hip opener. And just slide the palms of your hands underneath your shin. And then press down with your shin, but press up with your hands. Gives you a little more stretch in that hip. Yeah, I know I'm so tight. Keep your spine nice and long. It helps you keep the spine long too. Yeah, good. That's it, Helen. Perfect. Oh, there's those hips we forgot about when we were vacationing, right? Good. And then release and just shake that leg out. And bend your left knee. And you decide either keep it in line or you want to bring it across, you can. Pull back and up so you lengthen your spine and then add the twist. Sorry about not having the music working again. We could try it one more time. Oh. And then coming back to center, ankle across the thigh, hands underneath shin if that works for you. Press down with the shin, press up with the hands. Just feel that opening. Oh, think of just loosening up that ball and socket that's your hip. One more breath. And then release. Stretch the leg out, shake it out. And then bend your knees and help yourself down to the mat. Oh. When you get there, notice the parts that are touching the floor. So the bottoms of your feet, all four corners, sacrum, maybe the shoulder blades, if you can, just draw them underneath a little more so your heart feels lifted. The back of your head, and then notice your arms and your hands down. And then you're going to keep it like that, but press into your feet and lift just your hips. Sati Bandha. Lengthening the back of the neck. Not using your glutes as much, but feel your strong legs, maybe even isometrically pull the feet towards you. And then on your next exhale, lower back down, just feeling the sacrum reconnect with the floor. Now just hug your knees all the way in. You'll feel your low back press down again. And roll side to side. Massage the low back, perhaps for glutes. And then release the left leg, but interlace behind the right leg. Stretch both legs straight as the left one lowers to the mat. Feel those strong legs. Doesn't feel so unusual, does it? So strong. And then switch. So bend the left knee in. Straighten both legs. Press the thigh into your hands. You really straighten strong legs. You can flex and point if you'd like. Good. And then hug both knees in again. Then bring your arms to cactus position. Bring your feet down and wide for a little windshield wiper action. So knees go to the right, to the left. Let's go at your own pace, whatever feels good to loosen things up again. Stretch things back out, softening the muscles of the legs now. And now, when you've evened out, bring the feet closer soles of the feet together. Let the knees open. And just bring your hands on your belly so you can feel the breath move in and out. Slowly closing the knees. Stretch out for a well-deserved Shavasana. And once again, just be with your breath, thinking every exhalation is a new opportunity to just relax, let go, give your body a little bit of relaxation love now. Just mindfully work down and see where you're holding tension, where it might be advantageous to release a little bit. The floor totally supports you. And be with your heart. And feel the breath move into the heart space, swirl around it, and move back out. As you continue to relax, I'd just like to share another reading from Marianne Williams' Book of Miracles. That which is put in the service of love is protected from the grips of fear. That which is put in the service of deep sanity is protected from the grips of neurosis. That which is put in the service of what is good, holy, and beautiful is protected from the forces of destruction. Today, I put my life in service to love. The ego has no power in the presence of holiness, and my mind is holy. Today, I dedicate myself hourly, even moment by moment, to love's purposes as a way of casting out my mind, the ego fears that, cast out of my mind the ego fears that would otherwise assault me. Dream back into your breath. Deepen it. I feel like it's a complete breath. Your lungs fill up and fully release. And then start to move and wiggle. When you're ready. Drawing your knees in, rolling to the side. Take your time pushing on up to seated. Bring hands to heart center. Bow towards your heart. Vow I will think with my heart all day today. And I bow to that beautiful heart in each of you. Namaste. Thank you guys for being here. Thank all of you for being online too. Have a great snow day, those of you